Oh, I am playing for Snapshot. Like, I probably will play for Snapshot. I mean, I probably will enter the next tournament. But then the next tournament, if I don't make it to like top 16 again, I'm just not entering the third one. Because the thing is, the only reason you're playing is because the highest AVP, or not AVP, the highest qualifier points among all 3 tournaments gets a free ticket to Worlds. But the thing is, next tournament, if I'm not top 16 again, it's not even worth it. Like there's no one playing this shit, man. Dark Nub rank 1, ask them, why aren't you playing in these tournaments? Yeah, no one's trying to play in 3 tournaments a set. Because it really is. It's not worth it, man. The prize pool it does not increase. It does not increase. Like, they fucking they double the amount of days, they double the amount of players, and then the prize pool does increase, but relative to the amount of players that are playing, the prize pool giga decreased, or even halved. I didn't even know it could. Like, can you divide, like can you 0 divided by something? No, it went from fucking, like, 0.02 to 0.01. GG.
GG.
Like, people are playing...
Yeah, I think he's not wrong.
People are playing.
I mean, especially I think it's because
like,
this time you have to play through the week 1 as well. So he's played 5 days for.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So a lot of you guys are thinking about like, oh, it's just not like worth it. Like, but he's a millionaire or whatever. He's making a lot of money. But like, it's not about necessarily the money. It's just more like it feels like a lot of TFT competitive right now is not respecting time of the people that invest in it. Because it's like a nice hobby, but some people, they take this very seriously and they take it as like something as their like profession, and it feels like it's not actually worth it for the really engaged players. It feels like it's worth it for the person that plays TFT while like being a software engineer. Like, but even then, people like Socks don't feel like it's worth it too. Like, the way the current format is actually structured is like, who's it for? Like, just think about it. Like, who's the structure for? It's for the person that's willing to dip in, play 1 set, and dip out. It's not really for a person that's hyper engaged, nor is it for a person that's super casual. And that's not something that like is ultimately a ecosystem that I think is going to be healthy long term. Because if you play every tournament, you get burnt out on playing too much. Because, right? Like look at what's going on. T-Lies, Kiyun, Kurum, Guubums, all these people would love to join the co-stream, but they have to play for snapshots. Like, literally, their tournament ended, and they don't even have time to emotionally be mad at the results. They have to get back at ladder and continue to grind. And that just continues to compound onto itself. Like, sub-regionals start next week. And that's something that qualifies you to the cup. And if you miss sub-regionals, you play another snapshot to play in trials, to play for another cup. You do that, you get 1 week off to prep for regionals. If you qualify for it, that regionals qualify for the world championship. And guess what? 24 hours later, PB drops. So that's the life of a hyper engaged person. I don't care how much money you're making. That's just at one point, it stops being fun. It stops being something that you look forward to. There's just too much monotony in the system. And so one way you could potentially make them excited is make the stakes higher enough that maybe it's like the EV feels good because it feels like you're playing for something. But a lot of times it feels like you're playing for a qualifier of a qualifier of a qualifier of another qualifier. And guess what you miss? Well, there's another qualifier that you can play for another qualifier of another qualifier. And if you miss that, I guess you play 500 games of ranked. So that's like the current state of what a lot of players are feeling. And it's creating a system where it's actually best if you disengage from TFT. The best way to play TFT competitively is play 1 set really seriously and then just forget it and walk away for like a set or 2 and then come back refreshed, rejuvenate to try really hard, focus on your other life. And I don't think that's ultimately what Riot wants. And I don't think that's what the player base wants. And I don't think that's what we want. Keep playing the VOD. Oh yeah, we haven't actually got to the full yapping.
Totally.
I went on my little rant.
Is what drives people. Like the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, the game is great. But like the reason I get so tilted in these tournaments, like, bro, Milk, can you vouch for me? Like, when we low roll in 4v4 at EWC, did I complain a single time?
No.
No, I just said, hey, like whatever, chin up. Like, they high rolled, we low rolled, it's all good. Who the fuck cares? And we were still having a fucking blast. It's fine. And also, I just want you to know, people are giving me flack for playing EWC, and I understand. It's yeah. But I want to be clear because I think people are also like misspoken because okay, the laws like in Saudi Arabia are not the best relative to literally anyone anywhere in the world. And like I'm sorry if you like respect me less because I played there, but at the end of the day, it's not for the money. It really isn't. It's for like the competition. Me, Setsuko, Milk, Toronto, we would have made more money just staying at home streaming. We literally lost money. That is true.
Soju lost a lot of money by not streaming.
If you want to debate me on that, like sure, whatever. But the thing is, the reason we were having so much fun is it's because 44 format is a lot of fun. First of all, you're playing with your friends, but also, wait, what was I gonna say? But also they send the world's best players of every region, so everyone is in good form. Everyone is trying their best to win. But in this Mickey Mouse shit, oh yeah, fuck this guy. Like Soju wants tier. He's playing Vanguard tier, not me. Yeah, don't think so, buddy. Tier, GG, Super Pino. Jinx game, GG, IE Slam, GG.
Super
Like, what the fuck is that? I see that. I'm not playing this shit. And then
actual names.
I played 6 games last week for day 1. I played 6 games on day 2. I played 6 games on day 1 again. I played 6 games on day 2 again. I was top 40% on all 4 days, and these 2 games were just straight up trash. I don't understand how I cannot hit. I'm rolling 80 gold on 5-1, 80, and I don't hit Fiora 2 or Callista 2. This game, 4 pairs. I roll down to true 0. I don't upgrade a single unit. I take whatever the fuck this is called, balanced budget. I resend it on 4-5. I don't hit a single unit again. What the fuck is this? Okay, well, GG. Guess your tournament's over. How much money did I make this weekend? Zero. I played 40 fucking games, averaging one game per hour to get zero. Like, bro, they really are. Bro, I can make money off of ads playing solo queue while having more fun doing it. Like, it's not reasonable. I'm sorry if I come up as a crybaby, but like, bro, can you guys please sympathize with me here? Like, I understand, man. Like, the argument is I play video games for a living. I understand. But the reason TFT is the best fucking game created. But, like, why, like, what is going on over here, man? Like, why do I have to play 50 fucking games for $0 just to even, like, come on. Really? Like, is that reasonable? I'm just sitting here playing SeaWorld Mickey Mouse. It's just, I have the top half 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. Just to even try to make $100, man. Congrats on your 100. Thanks, buddy. GG. Like, what the fuck is that?
Man, 1.5 Soju goes hard.
All this time while I was ranting for the last 15 minutes. Oh, the lobby got created. GG. 1 game per hour, by the way. GG.
I think that's only true. If you're like a super big content creator,
yeah,
like competing in most games is just not worth it at all.
It is not usually worth. And for someone of Soju's caliber, he really enjoys the competition. It's true. He could have just stayed home from UWC and stream, and it's not like he did it out of the kindness of his own heart. He did it for selfish reasons. He just wants to have fun competing, especially if it's against good players. And it's not like it's not fun to play in these lobbies, but it just it's kind of going back to what I said. I was talking about during the ad break for anyone who missed it, but basically the system is designed right now in a way that if you're a hyper engaged person, even if you love TFT from the bottom of your heart, you're gonna eventually reach your breaking point. I mean, look at even Dish Soap, right? Dish Soap is a person who like truly loves TFT and is a giga nerd and actually sometimes simps a little too hard for Riot. But even he's at his like limit, and he needs to take time off and not play in these tournaments. It's just there's just too much going on for too little gain, too many qualifiers of qualifiers of qualifiers for qualifiers. So.
I heard we were bitching about the format.
Oh yeah, we are, but we just finished. You just missed it.
I mean, I completely agree with Soju. I think, I mean, it's like Riot's priorities have like shifted a little bit, where like they've like explicitly stated that their goal is for like any player to be able to like make it to the world championship, which is like a fine, like it's like I don't think that's like a bad goal in and of itself, but it's like for that goal to be realistic, you have to add so many games, because like if you want to add more players, you have to add more games, but also like you're doing like super like hard cuts that like people aren't going to be a fan of.
That's true. Yeah, that is true, but it's like there's different ways around it. Like I think there was parts of the old system that people didn't mind. I mean, okay, so I just to give you guys a little bit of a frame of reference, we added an entire new set and we kept the same amount of cups per set, but there's 3 sets a year, so you're playing 33% more tournaments. And while they theoretically says yes, we've like scaled the amount of money we put into the system, they've combined a bunch of regions and reduce the number of people that are getting paid out as such for it. So it's just like that's where it feels like the incentives aren't aligned. Like Riot is looking at it holistically.
We were not allowed to think about it like that.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to say. I'm saying like Riot's thinking about it holistically. Like we have more money than we've ever invested before. We have more like tournaments happening for you guys. We're trying to meet the demand, and I think there's a lot of people that are just saying like this is not actually what we want. Hello, are we flaming the system?
Yeah. I did. I heard they were flaming the system. I hopped right in.
I think the other thing is like I think like the vibe of the tournaments is like a lot different now that they've like added more regions and they've added more players. I think before when it was just NA, I feel like the level or like the seriousness that people take it was like a lot higher. Like people were a lot more committed. Like even when they were limited, like they would like actually like try really hard. Whereas like now, I feel like a lot of people who are like limited, like it's just like whatever.
Yeah. No, I think Panda brought something really interesting in chat, which is like, also we talked about like who was competitive TFT for. It's like the really hardcore engaged players are pretty turned off by it, and it's for like the people who want to take like one set really seriously, but also the people who want to casually engage with it are also kind of punished as well because they have to dedicate so much time. And so like is it like TFT sells this dream that anybody in chat who's watching, anybody that wants to not have to be beholden to teammates, right? If you want to compete in esports, it's like League of Legends, like Dota or whatever, these team games, you don't want to be part of that. You want to pursue it by yourself. TFT sells this dream like you can do it by yourself, and right now it feels really hard to actually convince someone that anybody can like make it. It feels like anybody that has the financial security and independence to like full-time TFT without the responsibilities, like you can just like no life it, and there's no drawback of it, and you have like every weekend free of every month of every year until the end of time. That's the person that can actually do it. It's just not realistic. It's just not realistic. I agree.
I'll say it. I got burnt out on the game.
At least I'm competing.
Like,
right?
I still really want to compete.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like I have not dedicated as much time into the set, and a lot of it was like I didn't have enough time to dedicate it. Like through like I was working, and then like I don't know, like sometimes you go home and you like kind of want to take a nap instead of jamming 15 games of TFT.
Yeah.
When
did the most accessible free-to-play game out there that enables the everyman day or the common man's dream become so hard to enter? It become a rich person's game in some ways. Like you have to be some way independently well off. When did it become so hard to get into TFT? Like as a person that wants to actually pursue it. That's a question we have to ask ourselves. All right, guys, it's just me now. It's just me. Or is it? Am I about to get ganked by Guubums in the next 10 seconds here? This is officially the end of Tactician's Cup number 1. Good stuff all around. Some stuff to look forward to this week before you guys go, because some people don't want to hang around for the Yap. I'm doing a podcast with Dish Soap with Study Hall. I don't know exactly when. I think we're going to do it after the patch. We're also going to do a reviewed episode for this tournament for Don't Talk If You Don't Know. Bryce won't be back again, though, so it might just be me and 2 guests, but we might do like a chill. Guubums, you're not coming? I mean, if you don't have to, man, we can just wrap it up. Honestly, what time is it? It's 7 p.m. Dude, actually, I don't have time for this. I might not have time for this. If you come in, if you come in the next minute or so, I might emotionally be ready for this, but there's a lot of stuff to do. Also, I have some Little Legend egg code to give away. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, Guubums is here. All right, real quick, what's the keyword?
Wait, are you explaining the format?
Here.
Keyword riot. Keyword
And
riot.
I'm back.
Wait, you're explaining the format? Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we're about to talk about the format.
Okay, the thing is, the format is so far gone. Also, I think Soji did a really bad job like explaining it, because a lot of times he talked about money, and I promise you, nobody cares about. No one's playing for the money. Like literally nobody. So like, my fear is that like Riot's gonna bump the money a little bit because Soji yapped about that. Like not change the format. Like literally nobody cares about the like how much. Like they could double it, they could triple it, they could quadruple it. That does literally nothing. It is still, the format is awful. They could 10x. They could like, I promise you, they could 10x the money. Everyone's still complaining because at the end of the day, no one's playing TFT for the money, right? It's just the format is really bad.
Okay, so what are your... So you said Soju did a bad job explaining it, so what is the problem?
Okay, what game has had for like basically, I don't know when the cup started, but like 3 years straight after every single tourney, everyone just complains. You know what, this has happened after almost every single cup, every single tourney? Not even during regionals, but like every single cup. Every time people play in cups, I don't know if you noticed, but everyone just complains.
Yeah, but that's also like TFT players. They just complain though. Like, how do we separate that from the fact that people just complain about TFT? I'm pulling winners, by the way. Hello?
He checkmated him. He's speechless.
Wait, what? No, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I zoned out.
No, I was like saying, how do we differentiate the fact that you guys just complain about TFT like a lot? Like you complain about balance, you complain about
No,
design,
no,
you complain about
and
format, you complain about having a stream.
All that stuff don't matter. This is the number one problem in all of TFT is like, okay, at the end of the day, the biggest thing about TFT is it fun or is it not fun? Like literally nothing matters.
Yeah,
besides
okay.
that.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's the number one topic. And then this format has been awful for years straight. Every
Okay.
year, everyone has seen complaints, and somehow Riot, like we complain on them like infinite times, they made the format worse.
Okay.
Which is actually like impressive.
Okay, but
if you
like
think about
what?
it.
But you're saying you're describing around it. Like what is worse about it?
Oh, it just feels like you have to play way too many pointless games. And the fact that, okay, so the tourney games are worse than your average solo queue game. And I think that's the biggest problem. Like, I don't like the fact that tourneys are weaker than your average solo queue lobby.
Okay.
Can I show you a screenshot, for example,
Sure. Do it.
of a
Post
person
it in
I played
the
against in
coach
tourney?
stream general. Yeah, just post it in coach stream general.
Yes, give me a second. Okay, so look at this board. If you're doing Ranked, right, what would you rank this guy? If you're playing Ranked.
Okay, I'm pulling it up. Give me a sec here. And
Alright, just make sure you notice his board structure and the stage it's in and his augments.
Archangels adaptive.
No, that's me. No, the other guy, man. The other guy.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean this is fucking me, man? The other guy.
Oh, sorry.
stop. Okay, first off, I start at the top. What stage is it?
It's stage 4-2.
Okay, what are his augments?
Exiles, long distance pals, bounce budget.
What level is he?
He's level 6.
On what stage again?
4-2.
Okay, I'll say his exiles.
Exiles.
He's not.
Balance budget.
His things are.
He has
His things are
Ezreal
not
2
fun.
with Shiv.
Okay, and the thing is, he made a Kali too. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
He's not getting
Like,
exiles off his poppy.
also, I realize he doesn't have vanguards or fucking.
He's long distance
Action.
palling his
He-
Ezreal and a Kali.
Oh,
Wait,
he doesn't
LVP?
hit the rise. Oh shit. Oh yeah, his LP doesn't hit the rise. I just realized. Holy fuck. Because the Akali.
Yeah, it hits
And he
the
doesn't.
Akali.
And he's missing exiles. Look at his board structure, his augments, his econ, his level. These are the people who are playing us in the tournament. And like the thing is, like Riot is like, okay, what they don't understand. Like, have you ever had a friend that hit diamond in a month from fresh?
Yes.
Yes, but these guys aren't even diamond in NA. They're diamond in some other region,
Okay, sure.
which is basically platinum. So basically, these guys have been playing the game for like 3 weeks, and they go load up into these tournaments. And like, yes, I think right. Once more people compete, they should let more people compete, right? But I feel like this is like a little too extreme, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay, I see where you're getting at. This is Tactician's Trials, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, because
But
Tactician's Cup, I feel like
it's
this
still-
would not be the
it's,
player.
It's still too extreme.
I see. So, okay. I mean, I think that's fair. So, if they improve the quality of lobbies, will that fix most of the issues that you see?
I also think they should merge it into one region. If they want to merge like everything to like all the regions like into a single like tourney, they should merge the regions for sure in like ladder and make everyone play NA.
Okay, so everyone has to play on one server as well.
Yes.
That's not fair for ping issues, but
Bro, those guys are yapping for nothing. After figuring out after we played like 200 ping for like a year, we figured out those guys are yapping for nothing.
okay.
I
So
think
basically,
WC.
we need to give more slots to ladder people and skip play-ins. I don't think that's exactly what he's saying. I think he's saying he wants.
No. Wait,
Yeah.
what? No.
I think he's just asking for more
At
parity.
the end of the day, the
among-
format is not fun. Okay, if they actually want to fix it and go first or eighth and say fuck everything, just make it 44. No cap.
I mean,
Because
that's
at least
not
then,
gonna happen.
no
That's not
matter
gonna
how
happen.
bad balancing is, no matter how bad anything is, at least 44 is fun. You know?
That I agree with because you guys actually didn't mind the Syndra patch at the start of the set for 44.
The thing is, there never was a Syndra patch in 44 though. That's the thing. No matter how bad the balancing is.
I mean, there was sort of the Syndra patch. That's
Yeah, well, it was. But the thing is, I'm telling you, no matter how bad the balancing is, 44 meta will not be that bad. Also, I think that's why like Soju climbs so much, and like everyone in like Vitality and like all like the EWC climbs so much because like we kind of already play everything because you're forced to in 44. I'm kind of surprised Mort doesn't like more because like you actually have to play every line in the
no,
game.
More loves it. More loves it.
No, but like less than he should, because
He
like,
loves
that's-
it. He
that's
thinks it's
like,
great.
Oh no, but the thing is, like during like that Syndra patch, right? We're out there fucking trying our hardest to learn the 10th, 11th comp in the fucking meta, so to, like just like make space for your team, and we're trying to learn like the fucking shittiest comps. just like that's because that's just how 44 works.
Fair enough. Fair
It's-
enough.
there's so much depth in 44. It's actually like really nice.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it.
Also, I think it's better for tourneys because also my biggest complaint about these tourneys, I think I played, what is that, like 8 pointless games. I'm sitting there doing nothing.
Is
I'm
it like
in
the
4
end of each
games.
day? The end of each day?
Yeah, because I make it in 4 games almost pretty often. So like after a certain amount, you know how they kick out the bottom people? They should also kick out the top people. I feel like there's no point. Like, you know, you're guaranteed 3 go 8-8. Like, even if you're not guaranteed, they should still like some people just slide through.
Would
you
you
know?
be in favor of them making it like golf, where like it's just your final score across every game?
What do you mean?
So in golf, your rounds of golf don't reset. That's based you keep your
Oh
score
no, it should
rolling.
reset. It should reset. It should reset.
No,
I mean,
there's no way it should reset.
wait, what?
Reset
Wait,
is
what?
so bad.
Wait, after what? After every game?
Every day. After every day. Basically,
every day.
every day you go back to 0.
I mean, is that
in
what it is
TFT.
now?
No,
that's what it is now.
yeah, it is. I'm saying in golf, it doesn't. So you would start the next day at 36. You start the next day at
Oh no,
28.
that's horrible because then you're forcing people to play for no reason.
No, but you just do
I mean,
better
okay.
cuts. Just do better cuts.
Ideally, what they do, you know what they do? They make it 44. Every fucking game is a checkmate. Every game
Let's work.
is like every game is actually matters.
But-
every placement on every person fucking matters.
I understand that, and there's no disagreement, but we can't
Okay.
we can't make it
Huh?
44. We're talking about how to
No,
fix the
don't tell me
solos
that.
format.
Okay,
Because the solos
but the
format is
thing-
always gonna stay.
Okay, but no, the thing is, I feel like people haven't played 44, so they don't like understand how good of a format it is.
That is true, but we can't make it 44. We have to be solo. So what do we do about solos?
Okay, but the thing is, I feel like solos, you're playing for 4th at best, no matter what. For like as long as it exists.
Oh, you mean you think solos in general is just not going to be? It's like a broken format fundamentally. It's not going to be that interesting.
I think the amount of games you have to play that are dead games, I think the worst feeling in TFT at least. I mean, I made it so many times in like 4 games. I'm just forced to sit there and do nothing, and especially in these week 1s.
Okay, but that's because of the level of competition. So theoretically, if week 1 was exciting competition, you'd be okay with that.
I mean, the thing is, they didn't cut it down to like 32 people total,
For the first
or
week.
64.
So if they made TFT tournaments very selective in terms of qualification for it, you'd be happy.
It's not even that selective. Like 64 people is a fucking shit ton.
64 people.
No, the thing is, I want to say because the format is so bad and it's so unrewarding, and also there's so many cups. Like that doesn't save shit. Because at the end of the day, you also have infinite people and make it 44. But the thing is, you're grinding. I feel like you're just grinding for nothing.
For nothing because of there's too many. So okay, so when you say for nothing, you have to be a little bit more specific about it. So part of the issue, because Riot can't do anything with that. If you say they're grinding for nothing, you have to tell them like what the pain process is. And from my interpretation of it, it's because there's too many non-impactful games. Like you play, you don't qualify, that's fine. You play another qualifier, but if you do qualify, you qualify for another qualifier, right? The top 4 here.
I mean,
go to
everybody's a
the-
qualifier to a qualifier to a qualifier to a qualifier to a qualifier.
Yes, I think that's the root issue, in my opinion.
And the thing is, it's infinite games for nothing.
Yes. Now,
And-
what if we cut down the number of infinite games? What if we said,
and
that-
only, huh?
would
I mean,
you
that
be in
help,
favor
probably.
of cutting like fewer tournaments in it? You would have less money, as you guys were to describe, but would you be okay with that?
Less money? Yeah. I mean, dude, the money's basically 0 already.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even joking. I find it annoying to fucking like fill out the invoice. Because the thing is, ever since they swapped, it used to be they just auto pay you, but now after every time you make the money, which is usually like $100, they make you fill out an invoice, and you have to redo it every time.
Okay.
Which
well,
like, they used to just PayPal to you.
true. Invoicing.
Then they
is
changed it.
definitely annoying. I have to do that as well for some things. I agree. All right, Guubums, you've been sitting on the sidelines here. What do you feel about this?
Feel about what?
What
the
Milk just
format?
said. You're just here in the call.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just listening.
Okay, you don't have anything to add then. Okay, so
I mean, I don't entirely agree with Milk on everything, but
so
I
what
mean,
don't you
definitely,
agree on?
Oh, like I think okay, because you said like lower number of games. You know, like the quickest way to lower number of games is to literally just make it so you don't reset. Like if you
Yeah,
you
but
just
the
don't
thing is,
reset.
no. The thing is, the problem with that is, the number one thing I hate the most about TFT tourneys is the amount of pointless games you have to play. and that increases. Also, do you see that the Chinese like griefers?
Oh, but then there's fewer pointless games. So, okay, so say at
No,
the
no,
end
no,
of
no,
day
no.
one,
They're already
right,
out
and
of
you go-
tourney. Also, you know those guys didn't get punished. They just punished one guy. Like, there's a lot of people that are blatantly win trading, and Riot does nothing.
At Worlds?
Yeah.
Who?
Like that Quintian guy. He's like holding down another guy's units to like his dying kills. He was already out. He's like 40 points last game. He was holding like some EU players like units.
Is that 11?
I think it was a 10. Chosen meta. Yeah, that guy. Oh, the 11 guy got fined, right? The 11 Frin trader. Remember he sold his board.
I see.
And then like didn't roll because his friend needed to allow or something.
That's a separate issue entirely. Competitive integrity, because people are win trading stuff like that, is a separate issue, and I think they're gonna try to punish accordingly.
But that only happens though because the amount of pointless games to play. And you know what fixes it? Take a guess, Frodan. Take a guess. What fixes it? The amount of pointless games you have to play.
4v4.
Yes, sir.
How about, is that
Every
the
game
only
is checkmate.
solution?
That is the only solution.
Okay, Guubums, your solution is stop doing point resets.
Well, I think that's a solution.
What
No. I would just not show up, man. If you have to play 5 pointless games.
No, wait, you don't.
You don't, though.
Like, when are you playing 5 pointless games? Okay, because
You're already playing 2 pointless games. There's a chance you can play 4 pointless games. If you're the last person to make it through, and then you won 8th the first game, there's a decent chance you're just sitting there for no reason.
No, you just cut people out sooner. What?
Yeah, like maybe you cut after every 2 games, no matter what.
Cut after every 2 games?
Yeah.
Monka.
Yeah, you just do a tiny cut.
I mean, it's
after
exciting.
Every,
Every game could be your last. Every game's like checkmate.
no,
That's what
every
you want,
2
right?
games is fine. You know, cutting everyone after 2 games just means you cut the people who went 7-8. Like, it's
No,
fine.
hey,
like,
you know
there's
what's
there's
hate
not
about
that
these
many of
cups?
them, and it's
Remember these
fine.
cups?
Yeah.
I hate the final day. I hate every single final day. I hate the fact that it goes from 32-16 to fucking 1 in like 2 games. It goes from 32 to 1 every time.
Oh,
I actually hate these-
interesting. I actually like that aspect of the final day. I wish it happened faster.
Oh no, I wish it was like, wait, what? Really?
Yeah, because it feels like game 6, there's something for people to play for, and it feels like it's easier for me to follow.
I feel like you already know who's probably gonna win after like before you load into the final game. which is
Sort
kinda
of,
like-
but we didn't. This last game, you could have won it if you
Yeah,
didn't.
no,
If you didn't go 6.
No, wait, even if I went first, I lost. No, because first I had 20 points.
I mean, you were like, if he went 3rd and you went 1st. Actually, I have to look at the actual score sheet. But I think there's a chance for you to win if you went 1st. You have the best tiebreakers, but anyways, that's not the point. The point is, you don't like the cuts on the final day because you think it's not. You think there's too many pointless games. Is that
I
what
mean,
I'm
I hate these cups
correctly?
in general. Like, I wish it was just like. I mean, the thing is what I like. It's so far off. It's basically unsavable unless they like redo everything,
Okay. How did?
like the entire format. Also,
Okay.
it kind of sucks that Bishop that like doesn't get to take a break for no reason. You know, like he should get burned out like everyone else as well.
No, look what happened with Malala, man. I think
No,
Malala
that's
doesn't
the
like
point.
competing
That's the
anymore
point.
because of what happened.
You know, because the thing is, Bishop just came back home. He should have been forced to play in the week 1 Mickey Mouse Cup into the week 2 Mickey Mouse Cup to qualify the Worlds. You know,
No.
but instead he's the only person that gets a break.
No, I don't agree.
Oh, you know,
I like help. Isn't part of the problem that there's no actual balance both in and out of the game right now? All balance questions aside about the state of the meta, there's no work-life balance in TFT. Assuming TFT
There's
is
not. I don't even know how like if you qualify the Worlds, and then you wake up after you play the Worlds, the next day you have to fucking learn a new set.
Yeah, exactly. So like we
And
should
you've just been
be
grinding these,
encouraging
like-
more balance to lifestyle, don't you think?
Oh no, I think they should. Like I don't think the first cup should even be like stash out should be like fucking 1 weekend.
so
don't
I
know.
feel like-
Also these fuckers, I tell them every time, can we not do a full reset? What is the point of a full ranked reset 3 times a year? We have to play fucking 200 games to get to our rank back.
It's for everyone else because they want
Yeah,
like
but
a
like,
fresh
what
That
slate.
stuff is actually pretty.
But why not just a soft reset? Like I don't get why you have to grind 100 games to like get any.
Having to do it 3 times a year is kind of questionable.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys don't enjoy it, but a lot of other people want a fresh slate because they didn't get the challenger. Remember, challenger's only hit by.
Oh no. Sorry.
Oh, you do a soft
That's
reset.
not
Like
what I agree.
just reset us to diamond or
Yeah,
something.
if you can reset like the challenger players to like masters, right?
Oh no, or even
Or
diamond,
or like whatever. Like
diamond's
some
pretty
lesser
low.
amount. Like I think it's fair for people to enjoy that fresh grind on like whatever rank, you know.
You're basically forcing everyone to play 600 pointless games a year. 600.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you just have
3
to
resets a year.
I kind of like it. I don't know. I like the reset.
They do it in League, but League only has what? Like League has a hard reset. Like they don't have it
Am I-
once a year, though. No.
Am I the
No,
only
League
person?
has,
Am I the only
like,
person
League
that
has
likes the
more now 'cause it
resets?
splits.
Wait, do you have a soft reset?
No, but
it's
it's
only
all
once a year.
All soft resets.
Wait, how many resets do you have a year? 3 times a year? I have 3.
We did 3. We did 3 sets, but there's no more mid sets. I used to soft reset for mid set.
No, but we have 3 hard resets.
Yeah, 3 hard resets is kind of a lot.
I feel like if there's no resets for challenger players, then it's actually not that hype. I don't know. Like it's not that hype to get challenger first, if that makes sense. Because you're not on equal
It's still
footing
not
with
that
other
hype.
people. Like
Yeah. No, I do. I do know who got challenger first.
Who?
I'm asking you, since you said it was hype.
Oh, who got the challenger first?
Yeah.
If you got, no, was it Pigot?
Wasn't it Precedent?
Spencer?
Spencer.
No, it's
or Precedent?
Spencer. It's Spencer. It was
I
Spencer.
mean,
I
the
don't
reason why I don't know
really
because I
know.
was in EWC, man. I was with
Yeah,
you.
but the thing is, the fact you don't really know, it's not that hype then.
No, I mean, okay, it's not that hype.
I mean, it's
for
because
first
TFT
challenger,
players are
let's
bad
be
at
honest.
advertising. You guys
And
are
also, wait,
terrible.
no, hold on.
self-promo.
If you reset people to masters, there's still a first to challenger.
These 3 hard resets go against Riot's view on competitive TFT being access to anyone. Oh, but no, it's actually in line with it, Kian, though, because if everyone starts from the same starting field, like no one has an advantage.
No. That's the like the omega wrong way to look at it.
No, but that's the right way to look at it.
No, because there is an advantage. The advantage is just games played. At the start of the set, if you played, okay, whatever. If some random Twitch chatter, let's say he's a plat player, plays like 20 games and I play 5, he's gonna be higher ranked than me. And like, start of set, it's always a games play check. Like it doesn't like it does not matter how good you are. You have to play like an obscene amount of games. We're talking like 10 to 15 a day
Okay.
to even be competitive. I promise you, it does not matter. Like.
Oh, that's because of the
If you just
time
look at
frame
the
that
end
you
of
guys
the
are.
snapshots-
That's because of the
Oh.
time frame that you guys are working with. You guys had 2 weeks to play it, so you had to have in it. But if the first snapshot is 2 months in, do you think it's gonna really matter?
Oh no, sure, yeah,
Oh,
but
set's
yeah.
over at 2 months in.
Oh, but what if they change though? What if it changed so that like because a lot of the premise of what you guys are working on is the existing structure, and within the current way the skeleton is formed, I agree. Like it's a problem, but if we move the goals a little bit to like where I said like 2 months in is when they do first snapshot, I don't think that's an issue anymore.
I mean, I think regardless, what you're saying is like just a good change.
I mean, I feel like playing like 200 plus games every set to like. I mean, if you look at the ladder right now, it's like, for example, like Asa has 300 games and he's 900 LP. You know, that's like an example of like how many games you need to play to like not even get to your LP, back to your LP. So basically, you have to play like 1,000 games because you know like the game doesn't really start until like 1,300 plus in terms of like LP games.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, anyone can just like as long as you just grind hard enough, everyone can like default to 1,300 eventually. So basically, you're forcing everyone to play 1,000 pointless games a year
Okay.
before like the
Yeah,
game
Milk
starts.
sounds pretentious, but like I actually know what he's talking about. Pretty much, what he's saying is that like up until 1,300, if you just play a lot of games with like your average, like you just do okay, you will just climb because the LP games aren't bad enough yet. But once you get to like 1,300, that's when like you actually have like.
Okay, but
proper,
what you're describing
really
is a
bad
problem
LPs.
for people 1,300 above, which affects probably 50 people at most on the server.
Sure, no, but at
The
And
soft
you're
reset,
asking for
though-
a system-wide
Part of-
change.
No, part of the
thing is, soft
conversation is
reset-
like talking about challenger players getting reset to like a higher thing, or like challenger GM masters, like however you want to like separate it. But we're talking about like highest ranked players being reset to a lower rank, right? So like even though this only affects however many people, but you're talking about the people that it affects, right? We're talking about challenger players.
Yeah. And I understand because you guys had the pressure of things like snapshots and whatnot. So like I mean that's part of the dynamic of the way the current format is structured. I think if you ask for my opinion, I think they have their dates wrong. I don't think that I don't think that they understand the kind of time pressure that you guys are constantly under from playing cups to snapshots. Like the fact that they don't even give time for the players to watch these cups because they're like T-Lives would have joined much more throughout the weekend, but he was grinding for snapshots when he got eliminated, right? And that's because of the limited time frame that they're working with. And I think that's warped a lot of people's senses of like how the format is. I think that there's too many tournaments. I think that they decided to do 3 tournaments a set, like Tacticians Cup 1, 2, and 3, because that's what we always did. We had 2 cups and then mid-set, and then a 3rd cup after mid-set, and then regionals. So they're just like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that is problematic because we introduced a new set. There's way too many tournaments. I looked at my calendar. I haven't had like a true weekend off in a really long time, and it starts to affect me in terms of like I can't. My family's in town. I sometimes don't even. I can't even see them for very much. I think there's too many tournaments. So I think their dates are wrong. I think there's too many tournaments. I think they have bad advertising. I think that like part of it is that the narrative and the storyline of TFT competitive is really poor, largely due to like a lack of information and a lack of marketing and a lack of proper branding. Those are the 3 areas of weaknesses that I see in the format. Do you guys agree or disagree with that?
I don't think there's too many tournaments. Like, technically.
I think
there's
there
too
are.
many pointless. There's too many pointless
there are.
tournaments.
There's sub-regionals, there's
No, but-
Tacticians trials, and then there's cups, and you repeat
No,
that
the thing
3x,
is-
and then there's regionals, and then that's over.
This is also like the only way to get into regionals, though. So like,
But what if
so
they
if you,
change
okay,
that?
if you okay, so say you made it 1 tournament. Let's say you make it 1 tournament, right? Hypothetically.
Okay.
So we lowered it from 3 to 1.
No, we're lowering. Are you talking about 1 Tacticians Cup? Because I'm talking about 3
Which one's
tournaments
Tactician
within
Cup?
each cup. There's
Yeah, I know. Like,
sub-regionals,
there's 3
trials.
okay,
and
yeah.
cups.
Sorry. There's 3 cups, but let's say hypothetically lowered to 1. Would players even be happy about that? Because you play 1 tournament to decide if you get to go to regionals or not. Like, that's not even fun for a lot of players.
Well, that's an extreme measure. I would never have.
No, I know. Like, okay, let's say we lower it down to 2. But what I'm saying is that, like, you know, there is still an element of, like, if you want to make it so important for making it to regionals, and you lower the variance of, like, some of these tournaments, like, for some of these people, like, you can't even make the snapshot every single time that gets you the buy, right? Which is obviously, like, that's, like, the most important thing, really, is getting the buy. It like,
Sure,
dramatically
sure.
improves your odds of, like,
I mean,
doing
I
anything.
personally don't even really think that the weekend 2 buy should. I think it's kind of OP. I think it's like way
Yeah,
too
it's way
good.
too OP. It's the only, it's, like, by far the best thing you can do.
Yes, I would prefer them to do fewer tournaments because right now I define it as 6 tournaments a set plus 3 bonus ones. Actually, there's 2 sub-regionals sometimes for it, so
Oh, right.
I would even say that there's even 8 to 9 tournaments before regionals, and I think that's way too many. I would cut it down to something like 4 or 5, and make each of them way more impactful, way more interesting, and then funnel it all to an LCQ for the best performers over the first like 3 to 4 tournaments. And make it much more interesting. I think LCQ is a big thing that we didn't know how much we lost when it was gone, because LCQ is actually a really good primer to warm people up for the golden statue as opposed to just another Tactician's Cup. Because if you really think about Tactician's Cup number 3, it's basically LCQ for like 15 players and then like everyone else trying to moonshot for like 1 regional spot. So why not just bring back LCQ?
Well, no, because then there's just too much variance about, like, you'll have just worse and worse regionals.
I think that's
Can
okay.
I say something?
Yeah, what's up?
Like all these things, right? Don't change the funnest factor of like the tourneys.
I disagree.
But
Like-
okay, LCQ is just fun. Okay, honestly, that one's like fun.
LCQ is a fun one. I agree.
Yes, but the thing is, there's still all these fucking Mickey Mouse cups.
Yeah,
that
and I'm
just
saying
there
cut them. I'm saying cut them.
Or nothing.
No, but what I'm saying is that you're gonna turn regionals into a Mickey Mouse Cup. Frodan.
I feel like the cream of the crop will always still find a way to be there. And like, if
I mean,
anything,
Like, that's only kind of true. Like, that's not that true.
if anything, I feel like regionals doesn't have anybody who can like, who can. It's like too gated into no lifing TFT. Like, you can't get to regionals without no lifing TFT.
Yeah, I don't even understand like how people even like afford to play TFT.
Yeah, that's a big problem, I think, as well.
It's like I actually don't understand.
If the only way you can compete in regionals and like and try to live the dream is to like literally no life and all in, like quit your job and put your life responsibility on hold for like 3 to 4 months and hope that it works out, I think that the system misses the mark. I don't know if you guys disagree with that,
I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
don't know,
I
like-
mean, I was saying it on broadcast. Like, when did TFT turn into a rich man's game?
Dude, I feel like yeah. What the fuck that even happened? Because also, I think that's the reason why a lot of the old people from like set 1 are still like I feel like this is the easiest game to like stay pro in. Because like no one's like up and coming. Because like basically, if you don't make it within a year, you're forced to quit.
Oh, Clear has joined the call.
Yeah. What's
Hello.
up? Oh, also the other thing is, I think there's I mean, there's just too much of a gap between like being like rank 20 and like rank 30. Because like
what?
rank 20,
Skill?
like in ladder.
Oh, yes.
In ladder.
The
Like
buy
if
is
you're
completely
rank 20, you get the buy, but if you're rank 30, even if you're like 50 LP below, you have to play like double the amount of games.
Okay, and that's fixable though. That's easily.
Yeah,
fixable.
but they're not fixing it.
Oh, yeah, but
This has been-
if they fix
where's the
that,
fix?
Well,
how
I
much
mean,
would that solve?
I think it would solve a lot. It would solve a lot.
Okay, but the thing is, it'll still be worse than what it was before.
What was it
Also,
before?
they really need to fucking like demerge these regions, man. Like, I don't know
That's not
why they.
happening.
I'm in.
No,
That's
the thing is,
not
I don't understand. Like,
Completely not happening.
I don't understand why they took all from NA. Like, yo, so you know like fucking EWC, right?
Yeah.
There's only 2 NA slots basically. There's only 2 full NA teams.
Yeah.
And the EU has 4.
Okay.
When like EU is like much worse.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
I don't
understand why,
EU
right?
gets 2 slots for everything.
Like, work with me here. You understand why they did that, right? Like, you don't have
No,
to
but
agree with it. You don't have to like it. But you understand like why they did that, right? Because if it was like 12 slots from NA or Americas, and like 5 from EMEA, that would be bad. For the-
Okay, I'm down to combine. Okay, since we already combined with Americas, can we just combine with EU as well and have like
I'm
a
actually in.
regional, like a semi-regionals before Worlds?
Maybe you can try pitching to Riot and see what they say.
Also, like the ladder distribute like how many slots everyone gets is fucking horrible for NA. You know, for ladder, it's a 5-4-4 split. It's 5 NA, 4 Latin America, and 4 Brazil. Like how's it gonna think? You know, in EU at least it's 10-2-2-1 or some shit. But
Yeah.
NA they're like, yeah, 5-4-4. Let's call it a
Because
day.
that's what they don't want to. I mean, so I think something that is important for people to remember as well. The merge was not just bad for NA; it was bad for Brazil and Latin in some capacity.
Wait, really? I feel like they have the better deal though.
I mean, they have the better deal in a bad situation. So like they have a better deal holistically because if you compare it to how bad it screwed some other people like NA,
Okay, if you're in
better off, but,
LAN,
like, they don't like that because they lose their local scene as well.
Well, no, I mean the thing is like if you're like the best player in like Brazil in the old format, you're literally guaranteed regionals every single set.
Yeah, and
like
you're guaranteed
99.9%
worlds, and like
chance.
you also can develop in like the local community. Right now, like, how do you think it feels to be Latin America North, where you get so few slots and you just get shit on, and if you do enter,
no.
you just get made fun of by Milk every single tournament?
no, I was talking to them. I was talking to them at EWC, right?
Yeah.
They're like, the reason why we can't get better is because Riot forces us to play in solo queue in Latin America, and they have to queue for 20 minutes because no one plays on the server. They queue for infinite time against horrible players. So even though honestly they're probably pretty good players, but the thing is Riot forces them to be bad because they don't merge the regions and make everyone play in NA. So they just keep getting worse and worse. Like I'm pretty sure they're not even that bad.
No, all
like
the
I was
good players
talking.
are like top like.
You know, but the thing is, they would probably be a lot better if Riot didn't force them to play 200, 300, 400, like 500 games of ladder on Latin America North. Like, imagine you had to play 500 games on Latin America North. Like, how bad would you be? You'd probably be horrible at the game, you know?
Yeah, I mean the thing is those players are good like because they get like hundreds of games in like NA server as well.
Oh yeah, they get.
You know, but the thing is,
all
if
of
you're,
them are like
if-
1500 plus NA. They're
yeah,
really
but if you're
good.
forced to play 500 in Latin America North, you're probably not getting better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I completely agree.
Didn't Sherman say they have issues with merging due to legal issues? There's probably like a myriad of issues of why they can't merge, but
No, but you know what they could do? They could merge the. They can just say like NA is the server you have to play on. I mean, I don't
for
particularly
legal
like that, but
rules, I don't. It's not as easy as you would think so. I've encountered
okay.
rule sets like this when I was doing Twitch. That's not that simple.
What legal is there? I don't understand. Like
It's
what the fuck
because
happened?
the way things are defined as tournament, especially gaming in some countries, is completely different than it is in America, in North America, and also because TFT is a game of chance. And there's like elements of it that, like, it wouldn't surprise me because I remember this from Hearthstone. In Hearthstone, we weren't allowed to run arena tournaments in certain countries because it was considered gambling because it was a gold entry, or it was considered like some kind of like raffle thing that's like illegal unless you like met their specific requirements. So it's like that might not affect even the big countries. Let's say in Latin America that affected like 95% of the countries, but you're still losing like, I don't know, Bolivia or some other like some countries that might be spread around. You walk into some legal quagmires eventually.
Yeah. Well, because the only option then is to demerge the regions.
That's not an option.
Yeah, you know what? Touche. I walked right into that one.
That or that. So it's like, if you can't do that one, it goes legal ways. Like, I guess you have to just demerge the regions. Like, what?
Yeah. All right. True. Okay, so if we cut out numbered tournaments, make it so that it feels like ladder is less all in, improve the dates.
No, but you still haven't addressed it. That just turns regionals into a Mickey Mouse tournament. You never have the best players playing against the best players because there's like, if it's one tournament to get in, you're just flipping your way in one tournament.
You should have the best players play against the best players in the actual regular season.
Wait, you know regionals used to be.
Okay, how can you guys argue that this cup was not the best players playing against the best players?
Wait, what?
Like this Tactician's Cup. How can you not argue that this was not the best players playing the best players?
Bro, because there's 3 people every lobby that's Mickey Mouse.
Even in Tactician's Cup day number 3.
Yeah.
I don't think I agree, man. I feel like there's some really good. I think this group of 32, there's maybe like 5 or 6 people who are underdogs. Everyone else has like a name or like.
Yeah, but the thing is, even like 2 people in the lobby that are like pretty bad is like makes the entire lobby like, you know.
This tournament of 32 is honestly pretty stacked. Like the fact that I think you're really underestimating like how difficult it is to create a TFT format where you truly have the very best players always be playing against only the very true best players, because what you're describing is an invitation.
No, you literally just do ladder snapshots, man.
Okay, sure, but like even in ladder snapshots, you would be calling some of those people Mickey Mousers.
No,
some of these people that made it through are
some are just bad, but these guys are like actually Mickey Mouse. Like, bro, some of these guys.
Like who? I'm looking at it, and like all these players have something at least minimum to claim it, whether it's snapshot, whether it's tournament wins, whether it's worlds appearances.
I mean, why are you trying to get me to say some people, man?
Because you're so hell bent on calling day 3 of Tactician's Cup bad that I don't agree with. I think at least we can agree that day 3 is a high quality competition. It is.
I think it's about the same as an average solo queue lobby.
And isn't that a good thing?
That cannot be true, man.
And also,
I feel like a tournament should be better than a solo queue lobby.
In what sense though? Because you're literally asking for like this is I think the average lobby of this day 3 is better than solo queue.
I mean, look at the top half. I mean, like you look at overall, it's about like the average solo queue lobby.
I don't think so. I think that maybe we're just disagreeing at that point. But I think if you played a quality tournament of like around this, it would feel good. And I think that what you're describing is also only for like the elite of the elite, because what you're saying is also a lot of people in like day 2 is like not worth like time and interest and whatever, like because you think it's like not a good cup or whatever to play in. But I'm telling you,
we had the 2
day 2
lobbies in day 2 here in golf.
Oh wait, we do.
Like
we have 64 and 62.
Guubums?
Holy shit!
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Holy shit! We have 64 and 62.
Yeah, I will say, like, I think day 3 is quite like high quality, but I think the other days they were like a lot of lobbies were kind of not very good.
Sure. But like, if we could theoretically get to a point where like 64 players feels really good, and you can't ignore the fact that everyone has to start from somewhere, even if like you're like, okay, this player isn't very good yet, they still have the right to play for a chance against you guys. Like Dish Soap on set 6 is nowhere near the level of player that he was at set 11. I think we can very much agree.
Wait, was he still really high ranked though?
Wait,
Everyone
hold on,
starts-
no. Dude, this soap literally had the longest rank 1
On set 6.
in set 6 in
Yeah.
NA. It was him
Okay,
or Setsuko
but
number 1, but it was
also
number
was
1 and
not
2.
the player that he was in set 7 than he is right
Oh, they were
now.
qualified to everything anyway because they always fucking highlight.
No, Weijin only did an LCQ run in set 7.
Yeah, Weijin wasn't that high ranked. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
but
it wasn't
eventually-
that high.
But eventually, there's always
Eventually,
high-
yes.
I
And
don't
then
know.
so you need to create that path, and you need to create that experience for people to play against
Okay,
high-level
but
competition.
right
If you
now,
just
Wait,
circle
right now the
jerk
path
and just-
is someone can load up, play the game for 3 weeks, and load to the tournament, man. Like, can you just pull the screenshot up again? Just please. I don't think people understand, like, like LDP, Exiles, Pounds budget, level 6. Like, please just pull up again. Just look at it, man. LDP, look at that. Exiles, also his
Yeah,
front line.
pull it up.
He doesn't have Vanguard or Bastion. He's level 6, by the way. I don't think people even like. Honestly, at least his items are pretty. Actually, the items aren't even good. Like, those are pretty bad.
Balance budget
Items.
level
But
6.
those are pretty bad rise items. But the thing is, at least like he made items, you know, like it's impressive. Like those are 80 rise items. You know, that'd be a little like scary. But you know, yeah.
No, I understand. I understand. Like, you don't want to play against these people, but then don't play. Like, play in Tactician Cup day 1. You're not playing against these guys who are not making it out of the trials. Also, there is an element that I think you need to understand as well, which is TFT is a game that thrives off of being open access, and even in things like fighting games, everyone starts people start off with maybe pool seating, but they still have to play people
Okay,
that they could
I
beat
have
with
a
their
question, I
eyes
have a question.
closed.
How is the game last there?
Let me finish.
Okay.
The reason why I think you don't like it is because it feels so long. It's not when you play in a
Yes,
fighting game.
that's why.
In a fighting game tournament, you play them, you watch them in 15 minutes, you're done. But you
Yo,
have to
we're
play
sitting
a
there for
6
hours,
hour
man.
day. You
There's
have to play
infinite delays. They do 1 game per hour, man.
yeah, you have to play
On the
6
first week.
hours of
6
this.
hours against 6 hours against like.
And so you feel very much like the process is dragged out because you just want to move past this phase. And not only are you met with really long delays, but you have to do it again tomorrow.
You want to make it faster? Take a guess, Frodan. Take a guess. I already know you know the answer. Take a guess. How to make it faster? Tell me, Frodan. How to make it faster? Less games. Tell me how. City answer, Frodan. City answer.
Fewer games.
No, but like the thing is, how do you make it so there's fewer games?
Lead
City
me
answer,
here.
Frodan.
Lead me here. Give me a hint.
Oh, I think he's talking about double up. I think he's talking about
Yeah,
2v2.
maybe I'm talking about double, man.
Yeah.
something like
right.
that,
Make
something
it,
like
make
that,
it,
yeah.
make it double up. Make it double up.
Okay, I will say I actually think sub regionals. I think they should convert that into like the week 1. So you have the week 1, and then you have the week 2, and then you have the week 3.
I mean, I think that the fact that it's a 3-week process is ridiculous.
No. But like the first week, they just funnel all of like the really low ranked players
I
into
don't
Okay, but
even
you see how
think sub
awful it
regionals.
feels for them though.
I don't
like,
think.
grind it out?
I either think sub regionals need to go or Tactician trials need to go. I do not think there's a need for both.
Dude, who the fuck even plays in sub regionals?
A lot
No,
of
no,
people,
but
a
if
lot
you're
of
making it
people.
one
In fact,
tournament, I'm down to make it 3 weeks. Fuck it.
A fun fact is more people sign up for sub regionals in parts of Latin and Brazil than they do for trials.
Oh, really?
Yes, because they want to compete against it. Like, dude, okay, so you know how you feel? Like, you'd rather play against Spencer, Ripple, Replay, Wade,
Oh yeah,
Casper. They
I
feel the
like
same
way more
way.
fun to
They
play around.
like the Brazilian
Or
players
against
would
their
rather
friends?
play against their favorite Brazilian players. Like, they don't want to play against you guys. They don't care. They
Then
actually.
why
I mean,
no one wants to merge the regions? All these demerge the regions, man.
I mean, that's, but we can't, we're working out the premise that we can't.
They can. If they wanted to, they can.
No, they
actually
can't.
Just say there's a legal reason, man. It's a danger to Setsuko. For the merge season,
It's a
like, the
danger
regions
to
be merged.
Setsuko. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't understand what he's walking himself into these days, man. I feel like he's asking
Okay, he
for
says some
trouble.
things are little like. I feel like he
Yeah.
shouldn't say some of the things he says. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think we should choose one or the other, Tactician trials or sub-regionals. I think the fact that they both exist and create these 3-week-long marathons that are very drawn out, and it's just frankly too much. And then also, the reason why this is also relevant is because it also sets the dates. Like, the fact that they have to plan around 3-week blocks gives them so much fewer time to be able to plan things out in a much more meaningful way, so everything feels cramped that way. I feel like people really don't understand the impact of even cutting one one block of 3, which I would be big advocate for. Like in my ideal world, you cut Tactician's Trials, you make sub-regionals more important and bigger. That way people build up local hype. And then there's only 3 cups, and there's only 2 cups, and there's LCQ, and then there's regionals. I think that's clean. Because then it's 1, 2, 3, and then leads.
Actually gonna do. No, but like all this is actually gonna do is actually gonna make people play like 1,000 games because they're just gonna all grind it out on ladder for the ladder snapshots.
And if that's their choice, that's fine.
Nobody's playing
but
3 games to try to make regionals off 3 game sample size. That's ridiculous.
I mean, you're saying 3 tournament sample size, and I think that's entirely reasonable. If it's ladder plus 3 tournament sample size, I think that's more than.
Wait, 3 tournaments? I thought it was like 2 tournaments.
It would be LCQ if you're in contention.
Okay, but no, because then it's still 2 tournaments because you can still get knocked out in 2 tournaments. But it's also because if you are you doing less games cut as well?
I think we can almost keep the exact same structure if they want to, but like basically, like I think we would keep it as a 3-day cup, and then you would do the best performers from snapshots and the first 2 cups, and they play an LCQ for regionals.
No, but are you still playing like 6 games per day?
Sure.
Oh. I mean that could be. I mean, I think that's better than what we have anyway.
I mean, also they can like make it easier to qualify for regionals, and then just make regionals like 2 weeks long.
No, I don't think regionals is
even,
I don't think regionals
even if you have players
long.
that are not that good at regionals, like they'll get cut eventually.
I don't think so. I don't think regionals should be 2 weeks long. I think what you guys are asking for and advocating for are 2 different things. You're asking for you're asking for fewer games, but you want to maintain the amount of consistency that's being proven. Because the upside of the system that we have right now is that it's almost impossible for bad players to make regionals. It's basically impossible for bad players to make regionals.
Wait, what?
The way the current system is structured, it's like basically impossible for bad players to make regionals. Unless you're going to talk about people who make it through QP as being bad players.
Oh yeah, I
don't people say last
agree with
regionals
that.
is literally the weakest regionals. That's why we sent all the good players to Worlds.
That's because like ladder snapshots from other regions.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I mean, there's a 5-4-4 split, man. Like, come on.
Well, it's specifically the qualifier points. I think it's almost impossible to make it through QP if you're actually like that.
Yes, exactly. And I think that even if you do well in one cup, it's like really. So what I'm trying to say is, what you guys are asking for is less games and less tournament days and less of these like whatever irrelevant cups. But then there's more volatility to regionals. But we want the quality of regionals to be surprised, and you can't have both.
Oh, you can't. You just fucking reformat the fucking slots.
No, well, you also can. You just do fucking no reset.
In a way that's fair and conducive to growth in all regions and not.
It's 5-4-4, man. It's 5-4-4. Does that seem fair to you?
Like, you understand
it's
like why
5-4-4.
that is, right? You understand like why that is.
No, I think that split's fucking awful. Like in EU, they do 10-2-2-1. And then they just make it fucking.
But then
5-4-4.
how does TFT grow competitively in other regions, not in NA?
What do you mean?
How does Riot is really interested in getting Latin America and Brazil more excited about competitive TFT? That is one of their main goals. That's one of their main goals with the merge.
Yeah, but
honestly, it's kind of working.
Not working. No,
it's working. They're all banding together and like
and hating on Setsuko. True.
Yeah, hating on Setsuko.
Yeah,
the reason to rally the troops.
But so how do you actually reconcile that by making it a 10-2-2 split?
I think the other thing is like
you're actually gonna stifle the
the thing is like thing is how come if they want to grow the game right, why don't they use the same exact scenario and merge China of all the small regions and help all those regions to grow? Because isn't that would be a bigger market than like over here?
I mean,
but the thing is, you know what happen? The Chinese people will complain enough that like it won't happen. But for some reason, like someone any complains, it's like it's bad.
I'm not tracking the conversation.
What do you mean?
You lost me somewhere.
Okay, so now like you say like it's better for like all those sub-regions to combine with NA to help those regions grow, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Riot combine the regions, and one thing that they want to do is grow all regions. They don't want to just combine regions and then only favor NA.
Yes, but the thing is, they basically hate NA. But the thing is, wouldn't like with that same thought process, right? Well, what's the biggest region? China, right?
Yes.
Like, why don't they just combine them with all those small regions? It's like, hey, we're helping those regions grow.
But that's not how they would that's not how it would work. If we combine with China,
Yeah, but that's the same thing they're doing in NA though.
I mean, fair point, but like your argument is that it won't grow. But let's just work off the premise that this is geographically like what they're doing and moving across all esports titles, right? Like Valorant is the same way, and a lot of other esports use the structure.
NA is like very different. Like in whatchamacallit, NA, the league team fucking like there's no NA players. They all suck, you know. But
there's more NA talent coming up, but yeah, your point still stands.
Oh wait, really? Wait, NA league's good.
I mean, I feel like this is like the most exciting it's been to ever watch NA mid laners in quite some time. So.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah,
wait,
but
NA's
not on
good.
the world stage. Not on the world stage.
So against who then? Themselves? They're good against themselves.
Sure. So
Bro,
using your example, you think that NA should get no slots at Worlds for League, or like one?
No, they get
slot?
like 1 or 2, man.
Yeah, and you think that would help League grow?
I mean, what are they doing now? Is it fucking growing now? What are the fuck they're doing? Is it growing?
But do you think it actually would? Do you think that helps or hurts the process?
I mean, is it growing now?
I mean, it's growing in Asia.
But is it growing in NA?
No. But do you think it would grow in NA if they reduce? So you're saying cut your losses.
Okay, imagine it.
You want Riot to cut their losses on LATAM and Brazil instead of trying to grow.
No,
not unmerging, man. This is not unmerging.
They can still get slots, man. Just make it proportional. Like, bro, these LAN players, they average a 5.2 every single game.
It's
like, how
4.9. But yeah.
wait, what's that? Like, oh, what day?
We average a 4.6. Just putting it out there.
Okay, but the thing is, almost the entire field is fucking NA. So the thing is, no matter what NA places, it has to be close to 4.5.
Okay, for sure. I'm not here to argue that. What I'm trying to say is that it's important for LATAM and Brazil to get opportunities.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they want a decent amount of qualifier or like a ladder snapshots to guarantee there's like some players from these regions. Because like, let's say there's like a regionals with like 0 LATAM players, like that's just gonna like kill the entire scene.
Exactly.
Like no.
The thing is, in Europe they do that. Like Europe, they don't always have some guy from like, I don't know, what's a European country? Turkey. Wait, they actually have 1 slot there, actually guaranteed. Wait, so like, what's a European country that like doesn't always have a slot? I don't know.
Well, I
Switzerland.
guess the thing is like if you want to like promote like within the region like sub regionals, like you were talking about this earlier, but like they should like change sub regionals to actually like be like enticing within the region, so like they don't have to like rely so much on like guaranteeing some people from like other regions make it to regionals.
I feel like if they cut the number of NA slots at League Worlds, there would be even fewer NA fans in League of Legends, and they want to like keep the ones they have, right? Like if they end up going with the route that you're somewhat suggesting, I think they lose what fans remain, and there's still a good amount of fans of League of Legends in North America.
Wait, do they do the same amount of slots as EU for Worlds or no?
I don't know. I can't reference that. I'm assuming yes, but
yeah.
I mean, we have
and I would say that in the same way,
Okay, well,
if
NA
they
and
cut
EU are
too
like
much from
roughly
Latin
Yeah,
America,
EU is just as bad. EU is just as bad now.
Like EU
really?
being good is kind of like
Okay, but the NA, we somehow have the least amount of slots for being one of the best regions. How does it even make sense?
because it's not about like what's fair, it's what makes the product ultimately grow. Like if they were do what's fair, then Vietnam and China would have like 20 slots. We would have 4 slots. And like EU would have like 7 slots.
Doesn't skill like matter at all or no? For 20s.
No,
Really?
it doesn't matter that USA has the best basketball players in the world on average. Do they get multiple teams at the Olympics?
But that's just Olympics though.
Yeah, but that's like okay. But what about FIBA?
Wait. How does like racing work? Do they get like more slots in racing?
No.
Oh really?
No.
Then how come I see like sometimes it's all Jamaica, like 4 people from Jamaica in the finals?
Oh, you mean running? Oh yeah, like so because there's Olympic qualification trials. They play in their own. They play in their own weekend one.
Yeah, why can't you do that then?
We do.
No,
Tactician's Cup is the equivalent of the Olympic finals. That's why there's only 5 players from LATAM on the final day. Literally 5. You're complaining about 5 players from LATAM in the final day. They have so few players. No one from LATAM is excited about day 3 because 5 players are there.
They have so
That's
many
what you're
people
complaining
throughout
about.
the day.
You're like, there's
Like,
I have to deal with 5 LATAM players.
Week 1, like every single day, you're just playing as a LATAM. They're speedrunning 8th.
Yeah, and I'm saying that you're complaining about like the few people that the LATAM players want to get hyped for.
But also
No,
talk
well,
about
the same amount of
also
people
you're
just
right.
get hyped.
I'll talk about world qualifiers. I'll talk about world qualifiers.
I mean,
Like
it's
the
the same
slots.
thing
That's
though. It's like you
No, but
basically.
you guys say Olympics, like wait, like you know, like I feel like a lot of games or a lot of like sports, there's a lot of people from the same country. Like you know, like swimming, there's like 5 people from USA or 6 people from USA. No.
I mean, there's a lot of people from a lot of countries, and they all run their waves and trials, and the best times get to advance. That's basically it.
Milk is making Trump proud. Oh, I saw Trump's betting odds went down actually.
Yeah. No,
Which I'm kind of surprised by. Do people actually vote for Camille?
Camille.
Or Camille?
Camille Harris. Yeah.
Camille.
What?
don't know
Excellent
her name.
5 cost. Amazing. I mean, they're both old ladies, right? That's disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
We're losing the plot here. I actually have to. I'm probably gonna wrap up soon because I usually take over shift with my baby, anyways. I think my encouragement to you is to I think that it's not necessarily about like skilled players because again, going back to an example what I said, is if they would have to say like they don't want things like the Olympics or whatever competition you want to be to just be all from like one country or one background. I think people care about representation and like
I mean, it's not though, but I don't understand why NA's least. Like for example, EWC, we sent 2 NA teams, EU sent 4.
EMEA sent 4, and
Yeah.
they technically cover a bigger region. They cover the Middle East and Africa. So
Wait, do they? Because
the-
I was talking to someone from let me see what country he's from. I was talking to someone from India, and he told me that they're forced to play in Singapore regional or some shit.
Yeah, like
That's what's
Disco,
up.
who's on our call, he doesn't even get to play on India server. He has to play on Singapore.
Yeah. So wait, so how come that's not even EMEA then? Is it?
No, it's part of APAC because Singapore is in Asia.
No, but so India
Yeah,
is in.
is in Asia.
So how come it's called EMEA? But then some of the EMEA people are playing
because
in
the
Singapore.
A is not Asia, it's Africa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the thing is, EMEA is like basically
Well, you
EU
knew
because
that.
all of the non-EUs they get like lumped into like rest of EMEA, and like they actually just don't promote like in any of those regions whatsoever.
EMEA has a stronger local scene because their sub-regionals are better. They like have like a local Greek cup, like for Greece players. They have something for Hungary. They have something for Italy. They have something for like the Nordics, like Sweden, and that builds their local scene. Like Germany has their own cup, and from there you get a seed into Tactician's Cup, the equivalent of it. And that's how they structure the competition. If you don't make it through sub-regional, you play in like a open to qualify for it. The exact structure that you guys are describing is what EMA has been doing for multiple sets. Like what we are doing in America is literally what EU is doing for like multiple sets. Okay. The set, I think we had a good discussion. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm gonna go hang out with my baby.
Nothing done.
I
Literally nothing happened.
I
mean,
forgot what
because
we
I
were
mean,
talking
part of it
about
is just we're just talking. We're just meeting and chatting about it.
Okay, the thing is, do you know who the person at Riot who has controlled the format is?
Yes.
Like, why don't you just talk to that guy?
What if I told you I did?
I feel like you're not really good at being persuasive.
Understood. I will take that as feedback and try to improve.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Make sure you
welcome.
mention the words for, be, and for. Okay, I'll see you next time.
Okay,
All right, see you guys.
bye. Always a pleasure to chat with my good buddies, Guubums, Clear, and Milk. 3 of the most positive influences in TFT. All right, guys. I think that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. So sort of like an impromptu Yap session. I'm going to be calling it for today. I'm going to raid somebody. Maybe I'll raid... I'm a cutie pie today. Spread out a little bit of love. Thanks, Frodan. Of course. Of course. Now you can take care of the more mature baby. True. I never really... I think some people might interpret me as like... I think they think I might get like impatient or something like that, but I genuinely like talking to these guys about this. I don't know. Maybe I'm a masochist, but I enjoy talking to Milk and Guubums and Clear about this. I feel like it's interesting because they challenge my point of view and I challenge theirs. I think it'll help us improve. Definitely a masochist, true. Soft reset is actually good. I mean, I think they pulled me closer to it because I can see where their perspective is. Hopefully, I pulled them a little bit closer.